$76,000 a year. That is far above the average Kansas household income of less than $53,000.
However, we found one employee in the Johnson County Sheriff's Office that makes that much in just overtime.
41 Action News investigator Andy Alcock found out how your money is being spent.
We found 9 of the top 20 Kansas overtime earners work here at the Johnson County Sheriff's Office. 4 others work in Wyandotte County Public Safety. Johnson County Sheriff's Master Deputy Jeffrey Lang tops the Kansas Public Employee Overtime Earners list at just under $76,000 for 2015. His total income for 2015 was just under $158,000. The Kansas Policy Institute compiled the overtime list.
This is taxpayer money that we're talking about. So anytime you're looking at any sort of expenditure, I think taxpayers should be concerned about how their money is being spent.
Lang is not alone. 9 of the top 20 public overtime earners statewide work for the Johnson County Sheriff's Office.
When you run a 24/7 operation, there are posts that have to be filled.
Johnson County Sheriff CFO Kent Brown says overtime increased in 2008 when the office began a hiring freeze. About 120 positions, 1/4 of the staff were eliminated over 3 years.
We've had to try to recover from that, and we do have over 40 deputy positions open right now that we're trying to fill.
4 of the other top 20 Kansas public employee overtime earners work in Wyandotte County Public Safety, including Sheriff's Deputy David Ornelas at more than $56,000 in 2015.
We wish we could allocate those funds elsewhere, but unfortunately we have to use those funds for overtime because we are shorthanded.
Both the Johnson and Wyandotte County Sheriff's Office assign overtime on a volunteer basis, with some forced overtime to cover every shift. While that OT is being paid, the orange line on this graph shows property tax dollars collected have increased 188% in Johnson County since 1997, well ahead of inflation and population growth. The same is true in Wyandotte County, where property taxes collected have increased 151% in the same time frame.
You have to look at the competing priorities. You have to look at where could we be spending it and what's the best use of that money.
High overtime earnings can have another potential impact. Under the Kansas Public Employees Retirement System, or KPERS, lifetime retirement income is based on an average of the final 3 earning years.
When deputies are getting close to retirement, that may be one incentive for them to want to work more hours.
We definitely do see that happening as people near retirement.
Pretty clearly it's an incentive to make as much money as you can, right?
I mean, I would say it would be an incentive, yes.
We put in requests to speak to some of the top public overtime workers in both Johnson and Wyandotte counties. Our requests were denied. All of the top 20 on the list work in public safety. Also, we found the top 40 earners are all men. Number 41 on the list was the first woman. I'm investigator Andy Alcock, 41 Action News.